Everybody's enlightened until they see a roach. Next thing you know, the raid sprays back out, work boots start flying, and when all else fails, you go and reach for your 9. Honey, why are you on top of the refrigerator? The cucaracha just crawled under the table. Don't let that shit get away. Let's be real. Not many are checking for bugs during their spiritual awakening because most folks are too busy swatting, screaming, or running. But when you're truly waking up, the bugs start showing up different. They're not just pests anymore. They become messengers, mirrors, and sometimes initiators. Let's get into it. See, the natural world doesn't lie. It doesn't fake smiles. It doesn't play politics. It simply responds to energy. So when your frequency starts to climb, when your aura starts expanding, when you're shedding old codes and anchoring divine ones, nature notices. And insects are often the first on the scene. They're like the janitors of the energetic field, cleaning up what no longer serves or bringing your attention to the places you're still avoiding. In many ancient traditions, bugs are seen as carriers of messages from unseen realms. They move between worlds, underground, the sky, trees, water. They transmit. So when you're awakening and your field starts pulsing with divine memory, bugs get attracted to your signal, like little USB drives from nature. Each species carries a different data stream. You think a fly nagging you, buzzing around your ear is random? Or that the spider that showed up right after your shadow work was just coincidence? No way. These aren't intrusions. They're signals, reflections. Each bug has its own language. The beetle is an ancient symbol of resurrection and transformation. You're being reminded that you're rebirthing something and to protect what's hatching. The moth, drawn to light, your light. It mirrors your path of navigating darkness to chase the glow. It arrives when you're transmuting hidden pain into clarity, when you're close to remembering something vital. Then there's the wasps. Yeah, they're not here to cuddle. They're sacred initiators, boundary enforcers. I don't care how far into the cosmos your mind is. When the wasp shows up, you're instantly back to the present moment. They break trances. They force presence. They arrive when you're too distracted, too out of alignment, or when you're about to enter a contract you have no business signing. Insects track energy, follow frequencies, and magnetic fields you can't see. Some carry ancestral codes, and others mirror the very thoughts you pretend not to have. They show up for you different now because you're shifting dimensions, and your consciousness is beginning to realign to Earth's original grid. Your body is humming in resonance with the life codes they recognize. You're outgrowing the outdated version, and your nervous system knows it. Your cells know it, and nature knows it too. And I know this won't be easy for some. These energies are not always pleasant. Sometimes their presence can be jarring, overwhelming, even irritating. Sometimes you're even bitten or stung, but that's not punishment, it's reflection. You ever feel overwhelmed by a swarm of gnats or flies that won't stop following you? Check your thoughts, check your aura. Something's leaking. Maybe you're holding on to something that needs to go, or being reminded to stay focused despite the little annoyances in your life. So how do you respond? Decode the message. Sit still, listen deeper. Ask yourself, what's shifting in me that the natural world can already feel? What message is crawling its way into my consciousness asking to be seen? Because the more you ascend, the more subtle the signs become. And only those truly tuned in will see the sacred in what others call ordinary. Spiritual awakening cracks your perception wide open. Suddenly, a random moth isn't so random anymore. It came to you. It chose you to land on. When you awaken, the entire ecosystem, not just humans, starts responding to you. Bugs are part of that system. They don't show up by mistake. They don't land on everyone. They come because you're shifting, because you're no longer asleep to the code. You're vibrating, calling, signaling, and now the messengers are answering. But yeah, that roach gotta go.